From the combined crew of blindandroidusers.com and accessibleandroid.com, it's time for your favorite Android podcast. Kick back now and enjoy another fine episode from these fanboys and gals as they navigate Android from a blindness perspective. And now, here's your crew. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 255 of the Blind Android Users Podcast. Today is our fourth and final quarter of the open listener session, and we're recording today on October the 25th, 2025. We are so delighted you guys have joined us. We got lots of developers and lots of listeners in here. What we will do, though, is first introduce each other. Maybe our friend Sally is going to be the one to introduce people. He'll call them and they'll introduce themselves, tell us where they're coming from. And then after that, we'll have the developer session where we focus on our developers, where each of them would talk about the projects that they're working on. We've interviewed a lot of them, some we haven't. And then thereafter, we have the Q&A session where we'll have questions from the listeners that will ask follow-up questions to the developers. And then thereafter, we talk about phones, see what phones people use, and thus determining as to what phone is the most popular among blind people here, at least blind Android users. That's what we got coming up for you guys. And again, welcome to episode 255. And that's our final open listener session of 2025. Sally, I'm going to let you manage our people because you are good at this, my man.
So, as Ed says, this is going to be a busy one, folks. Let's start with you, Dan. So, how are you? Where are you coming from? Please tell us, please.
Yeah, I come from Northeast Ohio. Lived in Ohio my entire life.
Yeah, really glad to have you again. And Danny Mathis, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
So, could you tell us where you're coming from?
Yeah, I am coming from Florida. I've been here for 7 years, too long. Prefer Texas.
We got Dave Craig. Are you with us?
Hi there. Yeah. My name's Dave Craig. I'm a developer and I live just north of Glasgow in Scotland.
Whoa, that's awesome. How's in Scotland right now?
You know what? I can't see a cloud in the sky. It's blue sky and sunny.
Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, it looks like nighttime here at my end. Gloomy. It's been like this for a couple of days. It's just, I call this time of year, we're living in a pea soup. It's kind of terrible here in the northwestern U.S.
No, it's been great here. Just today, it was, yeah.
We got David Prater with us.
Yes, I'm Devin Prater. I'm from Alabama, and it's going to be a good 70-something degrees today, Fahrenheit.
And we got Eva. Welcome, Eva.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm from Western Germany, and I'm looking forward to this episode.
So I can say welcome.
Eva, Sally is my linguist here, and he knows a smattering of every language that ever exists. So don't be surprised if he says hello to you in German.
Okay.
Sally is a great linguist.
Well, I can only speak 4 languages, so.
Well, that's great.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Me too.
Gary?
I'm here. It's Gary. Sorry, I was having issues.
Okay, yeah. Welcome back again.
Okay.
Gary, you have to tell people where you're coming.
I'm from California. I'm from the sunny Earthquake, California.
Okay.
Gary, send some of that sunshine up my way. That would be
sure,
cool.
I will. You send some of the rain my way.
Oh my gosh!
I can send you some rain. Definitely, we've been having it all day long today.
Here, we're also having a lot of rain.
We need a lot of rain.
It's snowing up in the mountains, since yesterday. But I'm glad it's not here yet. So maybe we'll push that out to you.
Yeah, thank you.
I also want to introduce my friend Harith Mandani from Iraq, but in Algeria. Harith, you want to introduce yourself because you missed that introductory part. And so before we continue with what we're doing right now.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now, Warren?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. I skipped the last couple of events, unfortunately. I'm Harith, originally from Iraq, currently in Algeria. And supposedly one of Warren's buddies, if that's allowed here.
Yeah, but I never bring the beer, so you kept criticizing me every single time.
No
we
sodas, no
hosted.
dry events, no sodas, no sandwiches and everything. I know that. That's it. I just gave up. I just gave up, you know. When it's
Hey, all I
when
care about is the coffee, okay? I'm a
Yeah.
coffee girl.
there you go. I got a coffee machine in the kitchen. Coffee machine, not even not even a little
Not a
thing.
maker. Yeah.
It's like 2 liters.
Yeah.
Machine.
We got a Keurig here or
I
whatever. that
just
is. I
gave
don't
up.
drink coffee.
When it's hopeless, it's hopeless. Well, I love to be here as usual, and I'm one of them hardcore Android users, and one of them have to play it a little bit hard, people, because somebody has to do it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
We got Jonathan Gibbs. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. My name is Jonathan. I'm from the Eastern United States in a place called York, PA.
And Jonathan, you're a developer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let's
Yeah.
point out that you're like a
Yeah.
developer. That's amazing. And we got Junaid Voda with us.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Where are you
So-
coming from?
I'm Junaid Vohra, and I come from India, and I'm here to represent VI developers.
That's amazing. Thank you for coming with us.
That's tech freedom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Kenny Hits with us.
Well, hi, how's it going? I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm the official photographer for my cat, thanks to my Pixel phone.
I love it, my brother. That's a beautiful thing. I took a bunch of pictures of our cats sleeping on our bed. It's beautiful. I love them cats.
I hope he pays well.
Doggone it, John. All right.
And we got Liam Jeshpoint with us.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. My name's Liam. I'm originally from South Africa, but calling in from the city of Eindhoven in the Netherlands. And I'm not a developer specifically, but I'm the co-founder of a company that is developing some cool tech.
I hope I pronounced your surname right, though.
It's actually German, so maybe Ava has a better way to
Yeah.
pronounce it than I do, but it's Geschwind.
Okay.
Eva, can you say it in German?
What?
Yeah,
What?
please.
No, I didn't understand acoustically. Which one?
Liam, could you say it again? Maybe she'll have a better understanding.
Liam Geschwind.
Ach, geschwind.
Yes.
Yeah,
Geschwind,
Geschwind.
like fast.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And speaking of Netherlands, we got Martin with us from Pickybots.
Hi there. Yeah, I'm Martijn, the developer of Pickybots, and I'm really happy to be here with you guys. It's,
Glad to have you here with us.
And you actually live in India, right, Martin?
that's correct. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
originally from the Netherlands, but I'm living in India.
That's right.
Yeah. That's why I said speaking of Netherlands. Okay, we got Mackenzie Parker with us. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to have you again.
Thanks.
Could you remind us where you're coming from?
I am here coming from you all. Coming to you all. From Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Beautiful view in Vista.
So
Not
someone
Windows Vista. Although we're not going to bring up that conversation you, me, and Philip had that last time. Remember?
Yeah, I like to mess you.
We're not
up.
bringing that up.
Vista.
No.
No, it's Sierra Vista. I mean, Mountain View in Espanol. So it's beautiful vista. Yeah.
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 Okay, Rastislav, ahoy.
Hi everyone, I'm Rastislav. I am also a developer, and I'm located. I'm from Slovakia, and I'm located right now in Bratislava.
So that's where Nina said ahoy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Ahoy is a Slovak greeting. So
Yeah.
yeah, nice to meet you all.
Thanks. The funny thing is that here in one of the Native American languages, the bear is called Anahoy. So that's close.
Yeah, sounds very cool.
We got Salvis. Sveiki, Salvis.
Sveiki. Happy to be here. So yeah, I'm Salvis, originally from Riga, Latvia, but right now hanging out in Eastern Germany.
Whoa.
So this is good.
I was gonna say maybe go have dinner at Eva's, but by the time you get there, it's already morning. So forget about dinner.
Yeah. I need to take high-speed train.
Forget about dinner. Yeah.
Especially with the German railway being delayed all the time, so it may be even the day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and day after tomorrow I have German classes, so I can't miss that.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so be happy to be here.
Thank you.
We got Slawomir with us. Dzień dobry. Are you with us, Slawomir?
No, dzień dobry. Hello.
Yeah.
To hear you, Slawomir, or in Polish, Sławomir, and from Poland, Europe, Central Europe. I'm live in Warsaw. And I represent the Transition Technologies company. I'm not a developer. I'm saying that I'm the spiritus movens of two projects, Sync Assistant and the second one, EcoVis.
Oh, interesting.
That's great. How is it in Warsaw? Is it raining?
Today not, but yesterday it was raining all day. So today was mostly sunny.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And Snehashish with us?
Yep. This is Snehashish from India, West Bengal. So great to be part of this fourth and final open listener session. We'd like to hear from the dev. Here is 9:50 p.m. as me and Varun were having
so we don't keep you waiting for too long.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
And make sure you've had dinner, my boy.
I have just completed. We had some handmade breads and some milks.
Yeah.
All for today.
Steve, are you with us?
I am. I'm Steve Sawson from Minnesota, where it is very dreary and cold and yucky. So if someone could send us some sun, that'd be fantastic.
That's amazing.
We'll ask Gary to send you some of that sunny stuff from Southern California.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and Gary, if you send Steve some of that, send some of those surfing girls alongside with those, you know what I mean. It's a cold day, my man. All right, Sally.
And finally, my dear friend Aryan from Tech Freedom. Are you with us?
Hello, my friend. Good evening, everyone. It's evening, so good evening. And I'm myself, Aryan. I'm from India. I'm an Android application and web developer as well as system administrator. And here I represent the Tech Freedom. I'm the lead developer of Tech Freedom Android application. So good to be here and good to be come here again. So I have come here for like 2 or 3 times. So it's like
You're
others
so
also.
regular here.
I like you boys.
Yeah,
I like you boys. And staying up to come on. I'm so thankful. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
Warren, I'm
so
done
much.
here. And my crew, of course, John Dyer, Karin Kiwan, and Warren Carr here.
So I'm Warren. I'm here in the state of Washington. It's kind of been rainy, but snowing up in the mountains, like I indicated, 15 minutes away from us. They've got like 5 inches of snow, whatever it is. But here it's just cold and a little bit of rain. I hope it doesn't change into snow later on. But that's what's going on. So definitely staying indoors. Glad to be with you guys.
I just want to say thank you all for joining us today. Nothing more.
We'll see you next week.
Okay. Okay, that's nice.
Okay, so Karin's from Lebanon, John is in Virginia, in case there's anyone that is new to this, but most especially Liam and Jonathan. And I don't think you're familiar with these guys, but so those are our crew members, and John's there on the eastern part, there in Virginia land, and Karin, out there in Lebanon, someplace I'd love to go to. Except she doesn't like eating food, so I'm not sure I want to visit her.
And since you didn't remind folks, I'm from Samsung without the G and Turkey.
Oh, there you go. So Sally, of course, is from the Samsung, brother of Samsung. So where they make Samsung phones.
Yes.
Just kidding.
All right.
Welcome to the Spotlight segment. This is a segment dedicated to interviews with developers or interesting happenings in the world of Android. And now for this week's episode, here's your Spotlight. Let's now turn on to our developer section. That is where we have the developers talk about their projects and all of that. And so maybe we should start that in an alphabetical, if that's possible. So we got the Scottish Army. Sally, can you navigate through all of that?
Of course. We got Dave Craig as a developer here. So we can start with him from Scotland.
Sure. Hi. So I'm Dave Craig. So I'm a developer and I volunteer with the Scottish Tech Army. And I head up the development of the Soundscape for Android app. So we're a team of volunteers, but I'm working pretty much full time on the project. So it's based on an original iOS app that Microsoft Research did, and we've rewritten it from scratch to improve it and be more sustainable. It's fairly early days. We're just in beta at the moment, and we've got a lot of things to fix and work on. Do you want me to give more information? How long would you like me to talk?
That's fine. There's some more stuff you want to let people know about. Maybe some recent improvements you've made from the last time that we talked with you. I think that would be great.
And how is the progress going on? Are you happy with the users that you have on Android?
Yeah. So we released the first beta about 12 weeks ago. And since then, we've been focused on getting user feedback, increasing the number of translations we have because it's a worldwide app, and then fixing stability issues, gathering analytics. And so after the initial release, we had a flurry of releases we did to address some initial issues that people were having. Been a bit of a gap since the last release because we've been working on offline map support. So that's the ability to download sections of the world of the map into your phone so you can run it without internet. So Soundscape is a kind of exploring app, so it describes what's around you as you walk. So we have a lot of regular users. One of the interesting things you're talking about, the most popular phones, one of the great things about having an app in the world is you get told every single model of phone that any of your users has used. And so I think we've got 390, I just checked, there's 398 different models of Android phone.
That's
using the app.
spectacular.
This is also good and
Wow.
bad at the same time, I guess. Like, how do yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think they're all
I
you know,
want to. I really want to know, how do you feel as a developer? Because like in the other side of the smartphone wise, there's only one brand and one thing of device. On Android, you see a lot of different sort of devices, different manufacturers.
Yeah. So I think part of the thing there is that Samsung just give every single model a slightly different name.
Yeah.
So whereas Pixel 8 gets a single line and Pixel 9 gets a single line in the statistics, there's every single different model of a Samsung A54 has a separate number. So I think Samsung spread out, there's one of each type, but it hasn't, I don't think it's been a problem so far, but it's the challenges for Android are the different screen readers people use, especially ones that aren't available through the Play Store.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different text-to-speech engines, again, so
you need to keep updating yourself to be in track of what's going on Android. Because like when you get an email saying I'm using this screen reader, you say, what's that screen reader? Like,
yeah. So that was one of the first things we did was add in. So in the app, when you contact support, it creates an email for you that includes what the screen reader is that's being used, because we were finding that just keeping track of that is really hard. So we've been growing the number of volunteers. So in the initial 12 weeks, increasing the number of people to help with QA and user experience. There's still pretty much it's me mostly on development and a couple of other people helping out. So there's a lot of work to do, but it is a very long-term project, and we're really just at the very start of it. But I know I've been back and forth with a few people on this call about various issues, and we're working through everything. And everyone who's got in touch, we will be addressing their issues. So it's been really useful getting all the feedback.
And Liam Gesfind?
Yes,
with us?
I'm here. I'm with you.
Great.
Great. So
Hello.
yeah, my name is Liam. I will introduce myself, of course. I am the co-founder and CEO of a company based in the Netherlands called TouchPulse. And we basically identified years ago that navigation outside is still extremely difficult. And we posed the question, how could we use developing artificial intelligence technologies that were kind of booming at that time? How could we leverage kind of the tech developments and use that to improve the way that navigation is done? So we are actually launching a beta at the beginning of 2026 for our app called Navis. And the whole idea is, how can you go from A to B with more information, not only about the obstacles that are in your environment, but also being able to engage with and ask questions about the kind of landmarks that you approach. And on top of that, we built a solution to the GPS inaccuracy problem, which is all about using visual positioning instead, along with haptic feedback. And sort of the philosophy in mind is, how could we build a support system that can kind of meet all of your needs throughout navigation? And our navigation is, of course, a major challenge, but what I noticed is that people just really wanted that last 5 meters. How do I find the door number? How do I specifically get to where I need to go towards the last part of the trip? So we have, of course, all this AI technology, but we have a fundamental basis, which is human support. So we try to solve as many problems as we can with the Navis Assistant, which we built. And the Navis system is really powered by the data it collects from the environment, so they can explain to the user and kind of give that context. But when there are moments where simply maybe it's indoor navigation, which is just very unscalable in terms of solving globally, or just moments where someone needs reassurance, we provide human operator support similar to what Aira does, but here in the Netherlands, we're building that out as well. And then over time, seeing as, okay, AI technology improves and the way that we implement it improves, how can we take over all of the human, reducing costs and making it, of course, more accessible to a wider audience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sally?
And we got Martijn from PickyBot.
Hi there. Yes, well, I'm Martijn. I've been developing software that basically describes images for a long time. Since about 14 years ago, I developed the app Talking Goggles, and the last few years I've been working on the app PickyBot, and it's it describes images and videos, and its strength is mainly in using a combination of AI engines. We currently have 19 engines running behind the hood, under the hood, and that is powerful because many AI engines still hallucinate. So using a combination and saying, okay, letting the AI engines amongst themselves decide whether the result, what is actually shown in the image or in the video, and then if they all agree on that, then it must be right. That's our current approach, and I'm working on a few other projects as well, but the main focus is PickyBot. It is also on iOS, but the Android version is very important as well.
Yeah, speaking of PickyBot, we received an update today, so thanks for working on it.
Thanks.
Thank you,
all the time
Martijn.
updating.
Yeah.
And Rastislav?
Yes. So, as a developer, I do not work for any particular company or similar stuff. I'm mostly the kind of a blind mad scientist who all the time got some crazy ideas and then comes to implement them and goes and tries them in practice. So on my GitHub, which is public and hosts all my projects, you can find everything I've been working on over time. And my most recent project is WeScan, because I'm doing a lot of solo traveling. That's my hobby. I like to travel around the world and explore various countries, places, and I have found out that I did not find out, but the world is full of visual communication, and I like to give like the example of like when I go, for instance, to subway, and then the physical navigation in environment is quite doable. It's not such a problem because you can find tunnels, you can find stairs, you can find platforms, and so on. But subways have a lot of information communicated through visual features. For instance, the walls of the tunnels are painted in the color of the line of the subway, or you have various directional signs that are telling you which stairs lead to what platform, to what direction, and if you want to change lines, you've got like arrows and diagrams everywhere, so people easily know where to go. And this is all information that cannot be retrieved by any biological sense for a blind person. Like I cannot read the wall color with echolocation, right, or a cane or anything like that. So I'm developing. So I was thinking if it would be possible to use the large language models to bridge the common task of reading visual communication, if it would be possible to map this discipline to the senses which are accessible for a blind person. That can mean speech. That, for example, I just will be walking in the subway and and the application will tell me when it spots a sign. But it doesn't need to be only speech. It could be, for example, haptic feedback. It could be audible feedback, like playing some non-disturbing tones, and so on and so on. So yes, this is my most recent project. I'm trying to find out if it is possible. It would be possible to bridge the visual communication of the world with the senses a blind person has through the usage of large language models.
Thank you so much. And by the way, you're one of the young developers, blind developers outside of area. And I know we had another kid who was very young. That kid was also from India, where areas coming from with Vora. I think that kid was maybe like 13 or 15. I don't remember. We had him and his dad on here. So I'm always excited when I see, blind folks, and most especially those of you who are very young, knowing where the pain points are and trying to help us in whatever way possible. So welcome again, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And back to again Zvomir.
Okay, I'm not young.
No, you're still young, because I am young. You gotta be young. Yeah.
And I am not a developer, so I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'll tell you.
This is why we love having you on here.
I'll tell you. I'm work for Transition Technologies, whom you might some of you might know. For several years, we are developing Seeing Assistant applications, which are mainly Seeing Assistant Move and Seeing Assistant Home. Then there was also Seeing Assistant Alarm GPS, which is only for iOS devices. And lately, we have launched a new application, Seeing Assistant Go, which is much more simple application than Seeing Assistant Move. Because after this many years, we realized that people don't need many features because not many people have enough skills to manage with them. So we developed a simpler application for navigation for the blind, and it was a great success for us because firstly, this application was developed by two blind, one developer who is blind, and then another one who is doing the background for the application. I can say that in the team of blind or visual people, visual impaired people, we have developed a 99% of this application. And now this application is translated to 15 languages, which is for me is a very, very good news, because many people from all over the world are writing to us that this application is really fine, and they want us to translate the interface, and we managed to do a special platform, implement a platform for translation. So now you can do it on your computer, on the website. So we are going, we are developing, and lately we are also put an update for this application, Sync Assistant Go, where one of our where the function, new function is localizing friends. So you can in 2 or 3 or 5 people, you can join one the same session and see where each of you is, and the information is being updated, in every several seconds. So it is not like on Google Maps or on Apple devices using Maps. And the other project which we have been developed for some years with called EcoVis. There are 3 games that the aim of the games is to learn people human echolocation and train their hearing skills. And these applications are EcoVis, Game, Quiz, and Streets. And I think that's it.
Wonderful. And when it's Q&A time, I'm going to give you a bad time because I thought you said you had something on Fruitvale, which is Apple, that we don't have on Android. So I'm going to have a little grab with you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank
First
you.
3 questions are for free.
Thanks again.
Okay.
All right, we got Aryan and Junaid from Tech Freedom. Let's get back to them.
Good evening, everyone, again. And this is Aryan, the lead developer of Tech Freedom. So Tech Freedom is the Android application, and over past 1 year, we have launched on Windows. And the very big and very good news is that we are coming on iOS 2 very soon.
But
so we are
this is
coming
the
on
wrong
iOS
place to announce it, bro.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We love
so.
here. We love you guys on the other side of the coin, the Fruitvale Apples, the Apple land. You are our brothers. So so good news. Talk about it on here as well.
No,
Arian.
after the announcing, what happened after the announcement? I thought, I've realized that it's a wrong place. So pardon me for that.
No, that's fine. But because we do have people on here blind Android users that also have the Fruitvale devices. So absolutely.
But
give them a heads up of what's coming up.
Faithful we both are.
But announcing that it's now available on iOS is just a way of bragging that you brought it to Android first, which usually doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Usually it's the other way around. So it's worth mentioning.
Actually, this is because of my profile. As I've said, I'm an Android application developer. So obviously, I was the one who started the development. So it was obvious I'm gonna develop it on Android, as I know the Android application development. So that is the thing. And so Tech Freedom is being used by over 65,000 users across the globe. Around 65% people are from India, and rest is from mostly it's from South Africa, African continent, and then Middle East. And this type of user base we have so far. It's 65-35 ratio for us in India and rest of the world. In Tech Freedom, we are mainly focused on the solving accessibility of digital printed documents and as well as images, and helping people through the navigation stuff. And we have also added few additional things like news and current affairs. But it's mainly focused on Indian users, those who are using our application in India. So it's not useful that much. It's not that much useful for the international users. But we do have that options, and we are mainly focused on the solving problem using the artificial intelligence over past 6 years. And for last 1 year, we have been integrating our AI features very, very fastly, very quickly. Right now, the application has more than 28 features, across many domains. But as we have already announced in the July as well, and I'm reconfirming it here, that we are working on the major update of TechFreedom, that is TF5. So TechFreedom version 5 is coming up, and will start its public beta in the mid-November most probably. So it's a rewritten version of our Android application. Like, we haven't used a single code from past TechFreedom version 4. So it's a rewritten version, especially written in the Jetpack Compose for the high stability and good performance, as it's a updated framework by the Google. And Google has just announced, like 4 years ago, Google has announced that it is our official and recommended toolkit to develop an Android application. So we has to migrate our existing code base to there to it. So that is the thing. So TechFreedom has many features, as I've told you, but some of our important features are document reader, which lets you read any kind of document, and it makes your inaccessible or scanned PDFs accessible as well, thanks to the powerful OCR engine by Google Cloud Vision. And nextly, we have audio conversion facility, which is mostly liked by our users mainly. So we have several providers there, like we do have 11 Labs, we do have Google Cloud, it's Chop Voices, which is the latest and greatest from the Google Cloud, and as well as we do have the Microsoft Voices, if you preferred in the more stable tone. So apart of that, we have the features like scene description and image reader. Image reader deals with the applying optical character recognition on the images. On the other hand, the scene description uses the GPT 4.1 under the hood to perform and get the AI image description. You can share your image, or as well as you can capture your image as well. Another thing we have is Voicify TTS. It's a TTS engine manager. It is more useful in the countries like India, because here we do have to use nearly 3 or 4 languages TTS. So it detects your language on the fly and changes your TTS engine. So it's like that. And as well as we do have features like video description, audio transcription, as its name suggests, that do the same job. And as well as text to audio, one of our most important feature, which lets you convert your text into audio. And as well as we do have the navigation feature. So navigation feature is mainly useful while you are traveling. Like if you are in the bus and you want to know that where I am, you don't need to ask anyone. Just open the TechFreedom, hit the navigation, and then hit the travel mode. It lets you it'll let you know where you are, and additionally 2 landmarks. So it will help you. And last time when we were here. At the time, TechFreedom was completely free use, and we have run our application for completely free for 6 years. But due to some sustainability issues, and we don't want to compromise with the quality we offer. So quality is utmost important for us, and we don't want to compromise with the quality we offer. So that's why we have decided to move towards the paid plan, as it ensures the financial sustainability of the project. So we have set at the nominal fee of around $10 per year to use our application for the international users. And thanks to our valuable partners like Accessible Android we have in the Turkish region, so we have set their customized pricing as well there. And so you'll have to pay around $10 to use our application without any advertisement. And if you can still use the free version, but you'll have to face the video advertisement. That might be some difficult for those who are continuously or regularly using the application. For them, we have introduced the paid plan, which is around $10. And one more thing, there are just few hours left, like probably 6 or 7 hours left. You can grab our annual membership in just 50% discount. So it's about $5. And I've seen throughout this offer period, like lots of users are buying, and especially lots of international users are buying at the 50% discount. So if you want to buy, you can just go ahead and buy at just only $5 per 1 year, and you'll get many great features. And lots of things are coming up and building up in the future as well. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Vora, you have anything to say? Because Vora is your partner there from Tech Freedom.
Yeah, he's the official spokesperson of VI developers, and as well as he handles is the director of content. So he's responsible for all the content we produce.
All right. Thank you so much for inviting us, first of all. This is Jonathan Vora, Executive Secretary as well as Director of Content at VI Developers. I would just like to add one thing, that we have received criticism and most of it wasn't, I would say, constructive regarding the ads, the amount of ads especially we push towards our users. So we have thought about it, and those who might be wondering that we are getting new version, we are bringing new version, which is Tech Freedom 5. Have we thought anything about the advertisements? And the answer is yes, we have. And we have multiple plans for our upcoming version. And one more thing I would like to add regarding TF5 is this time we are not just focusing on accessibility, but we are also focusing on the aesthetics, which I would say most of the developers, especially accessible app or game developers, don't. So this time you will get to see a whole new Tech Freedom with proper aesthetics, proper look and feel, proper designing, and accessibility doesn't get compromised, of course.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to the new one. All right. Let's ask questions for Tech Freedom guys. We're making the exception here. So if anyone has any question for Arian or for Vora, please do.
I got a suggestion for them.
Okay.
Well,
sure.
First, let me thank you and express how I'm grateful for them to be here, and how much I appreciate the app itself. But let me a little bit express myself and some others to make it like small as it is. View on the latest development with the Tech Freedom app, which is the advertisement part. As we suggested and sometimes argued about it, I wish they could either create a free users tiers level, like a little bit slower on work or a little bit limited AI usage or whatever the tier condition they suggest, instead of that full screen advertisement thing, because it's counterproductive, as it should be for simple blind users, especially
Yeah, so
them
Harris,
students.
I understand what you are saying. So you would rather have maybe be limited to maybe 5 pages recognition, or X amount of
whatever suits
over
them,
having
whatever
a
suits
full
them,
ad and have access to, let's say I have a 200-page book and I want it converted. You think that would be a better option?
anything that suits them and doesn't make them lose money because of it, or limit their working conditions, or limit their reach. Whatever suits them, it would be acceptable, other than a full screen ad, because it's a waste of people's time and a waste of people's lives, because time is life,
Yeah. So here's my take on the whole thing, and I'll just say mine as it is. I think that out of all the subscription, I've seen a lot of apps with subscription models and all of that. I think they have the most reasonable of all subscriptions that I have ever seen. There's hardly any that you have less. I mean, these guys are making it less than $1 a month, $10 a year. I think that is absolutely, it may still be a little bit of money for some people elsewhere, but I think this is absolutely a great subscription model.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, and I'm willing to even pay for that as a donation without even using the app. It's a matter of it's a matter of principle for some, because me myself, I'm one of the enemies of advertisement in general, and especially with them full screen ads aimed towards the blind people, because truly,
Okay.
who clicks on those?
Okay, let me answer your question. Yeah, we do receive lots of things. Firstly, I'm really, really, really happy with your statement. Like you have just said that it doesn't make us lose the money, and lots of people forgets about that. So usually when we are using and when we are providing services like OCR, when you are providing services like AI, it all costs us, and actually it is going from our pockets. So we have to think about that as well. But I'm really happy that you mentioned about that as well. And as Junaid has already spoken about, we have cared about in the TF5, our upcoming version. We have cared about our free users as well, and we have reduced some frequency of advertisement as well, and we have given you the alter ways to skip those advertisements, like earning credits and lots of other things we have introduced as well. So you'll get to you can just do certain things, and you'll get some credits, and you can just avoid those full screen ads. Like we cannot completely remove the advertisement, as we want something to earn from our free users as well. We can limit, like I can put some, per day you can just OCR the 10 images, or per day you can just open the 20 documents. We can do this, but restricting them is not a solution for us, because our costing is fixed. Like we don't have any variable costing at all. Our costing is fixed, so we just have to think about our monthly costing, and getting those dollars out of that. So that is the thing, and we have to think about. So we cannot completely free our users, but yeah, we have already covered this scenario. And when you will get the TF5, you will not be disappointed. That's only I can say.
Okay, so Harriet, when
yeah.
you see version 5, then you let me know what do you think. But
Exactly. And
thank you
another
both
suggestion for first-time users, you can just put like either 24 hours or 3 days, like premium
Trial.
or subscribe. Yeah, trial for the people to enjoy, to let them see what are the benefits,
Yeah,
and then
okay. That
they
makes
would
sense.
be paying it
Yeah. So
happily.
yeah, I would suggest, if it's possible, if it's doable, maybe give people like a 3-day trial, and then thereafter, if you want to continue with the subscription based on what you have experienced, ad free, then you could continue with the subscription, or
Sure.
just default
Sure,
back to that free trial.
Yeah, that I do agree with you. We'll think about that, and hopefully in TF5 we'll bring that as well, because we have to think about security reasons as well. See, if we measure our trial based on the accounts, and you know very well how easiest is to create extra another account, Gmail account, and just go ahead and log in. So we have to think about security part as well. So we'll work on that, and hopefully we'll bring something new in the TF5 related to this trial period as well.
Thank you.
Thank you
Does
so much.
anyone have? Thanks, Harriet. Does anyone else have any questions for Tech Freedom guys, or we
Steve
continue?
has his hand
with,
raised. I don't know if he has a question or not.
I do. I was just trying to not interrupt.
Please do.
So just another idea, and I'm probably going to be hated for throwing this out, but I really appreciate the idea that, what you're doing has to be sustainable. I wonder, Warren sort of hit on this earlier, which is it is a very, very inexpensive subscription for many people, not for everyone, but for many of us, it's a very inexpensive subscription. I don't know how much revenue you get from advertising, but another possibility or thought would be to have an optional add-on / donate type of thing. I'm not saying raise the price of the subscription, but frankly, if I paid twice as much, it would still be cheaper than most of the other subscriptions I have. And I think many people might be willing to pay a little more, knowing that by paying a little more, advertisements would go away, and it would be a cleaner, easier experience for new users. So I don't want to start a debate on any of that sort of stuff. I'm just throwing it out there as an optional thing to possibly consider. I think for many people, it's an extremely inexpensive subscription, and having an option to pay more, especially if taking advantage of that would make it easier for people, would save you guys from dealing with all the advertising stuff. You know, it might be an option. I would certainly sign up for it. So just wanted to throw that out there.
We haven't thought that way actually. You know, you are the first one who say this and who committed this. So I'm really grateful first of all, and I really like it that you people are know that how much you are getting and for what you are getting. So that's really nice of you guys. So I really like it, and yeah, we would think about that. What we can create some as an add-on, or we can just you can just let someone else buy the subscription. We can do that thing as well. Just I got the idea, so not that much concrete, but like you can if you want, you can let someone else you can pay behalf of them to purchase a subscription. So we can do something like that, and we'll definitely think about that. May I know your good name?
I'm Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve. So for sure, and we can just have a chat as well. You can just reach us to the our official support email address as well.
Okay,
and if
good.
you're on the Telegram, I'm there as well. So
Good.
yeah.
We got Liam. Liam, you got a question? You raised your hand, right?
Yeah, it's kind of following on from what Steve just suggested. I was wondering, like, your subscription, is it just a fixed price for all users, or do you have a tiered option as well?
No, we have monthly, 6 months, and yearly subscription. So we just want our user, why we have introduced a subscription. We just want to cover our monthly costing. We don't want to earn a single dollar from that. So we are doing it voluntarily, and not only me. Like there are 53. We are the team of 53 people, and we all are doing it voluntarily. So we don't wanna earn the money, but we just want to cover our monthly costing. So that's why we have just created the simple subscription. It's not business for us. It's our contribution to our community.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering. You've got people in your community, and you've got a lot of users in a lot of different regions. It sounds like each of these users will have a different amount of willingness to pay, right? So if you were to plot economically speaking, the demand curve, if you were to split that into different sections and offer different tiers, then potentially for the user with low economic capacity, they could have sort of a freer version, and then you're generating your revenue from the people who especially United States, or I'm not sure all the regions you reach, but there's a bigger economic capacity with those countries and those regions. So I'm just curious why you keep it one price for them.
Okay. We haven't keep a single price. Like for Turkey, we have 250 Turkish lira. It's not equal to $10. So what we do, like we don't have that much marketing connectivity with all the regions. So if someone approach us from any, like for example, may I know from where you are?
Sorry?
Liam is from South Africa, but let's say, for example, if someone in South Africa or someone in Kenya or in Ghana or Nigeria, for example, want to take advantage of that non-advertisement version. I know that, for example, let's say $1 is equals to X amount of maybe the South African rand or something.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is, like, if someone, a big organization or big group or big team approach us from the particular region, for example, South Africa, and if they say like we can afford this much of amount, like as it's official, so I can say it here. Like when we were setting price for the Turkey region, we had a good chat with Sally, and Sally has advised this price to us. So we took advice from them, and if someone approaches us that we cannot pay, for example, we cannot pay full $10, so we give them a good discount as well. So we can set a different price for that country as well. So we are open to that.
That's really nice. So, in other words,
Absolutely.
let's
Yeah.
clarify this to you listeners out there. So, if you're from another country, for example, maybe you could have someone that contact the guys at Tech Freedom. Hey, is it possible to kind of give us a different tier in our country? Say you're in Ghana or in Nigeria, for example. Say we're willing to pay $5 annually, or whatever the case, an equivalence of $5, which is half price of the $10. I think that is fair to both of you, the developer as to the user, because in this case, there's sacrifices on both sides of the aisle, so to speak, because as a developer, you are having that compassion where you're considering the situation out there and giving them a lower price. And then you, as a user, you are considering the time of these guys and giving them something, to kind of help them, appreciate their work. So I think it's a win-win situation. Martin, you raise your hand.
Yeah, I just wanted to address the advertising situation to Tech Freedom. I find it very challenging to really try to make it sustainable using advertising alone. I don't know how you guys think about that, but honestly, the numbers in the blind community are just low, and the advertisements alone are not going to cut it. It's the reality. I think that you will have to look for other sponsorships or ways to get out of this. It's I mean, just to put it in perspective, I made an earlier app, a series of apps for call recorders, and it had about 7 million downloads, and use advertising for that. But even for that, you can't pay a decent income for an international developer, even with 7 million downloads. So that is, I mean, if you look at the numbers we have in the blind community, it's going to be very, very, very challenging. So I just wanted to put that out there. Don't put all your eggs in that basket of doing advertisements with subscriptions, and then thinking that okay, this will make it sustainable. In the end, somebody has to pay the bills.
Yeah. Actually, we are mostly relied on the subscription model. So that's why we have added this subscription thing. So advertisement is, you can think about as a companion. So it will add some extra shine to the sword. So it's like that. But we are mainly focusing, getting funded through the subscription. So we are generating revenue through the selling subscription. And that's what we are doing. Yeah.
It makes sense, totally. Devin, you raise your hand.
Yes, so I have one question about I noticed that the Tech Freedom has audio transcription, and so I'm wondering if how long an audio file can it transcribe, and just a comment on the subscriptions. I would pay $10 a month for good quality tools and stuff like that. Like I would really I'm willing to pay.
Thank you.
Very nice. For the audio transcription, it can transcribe up to 20 minutes. We have tested with the 20 minutes. I don't have larger audio than that, so longer audio than that. So that's why I couldn't try. But we have tested with the 20 minutes of audio, and it works really good. But yeah, if you are transcribing 20 minutes, then you should be, and you are willing to wait for 10 minutes most probably, because regardless of the provider you use, like you use Google, you use Microsoft, or OpenAI's Whisper, all the things are very heavy and time taking, so it'll take.
Thank you. Dan, you got a question. Dan Toth.
It's more of a comment on the interface side of it.
Sure.
Like when I've used Tech Freedom, I go in and I know you have a lot of different options there. If you're redesigning it, have you thought of maybe grouping different things together, like maybe OCR, and make it so that
Document
it's a little
reader.
easier. Yeah, and like make it easier, because sometimes it's like, well, which one do I use? Do I use this one or that one? So that's my
Yeah,
comment on
we have
tech freedom.
as Jonas said, we have already worked on the UI part as well. You will get the best UI, better UI currently what you have, and the number of features are reduced to approximately 45%. So 45% features, number of features we have, changed, merged, or connected with the other features. So probably you will have nearly 15 to 20 features in the newer version, but like as we have 28 features, so we have reduced it to around 18 or 19. So yeah,
Thank you so
approximately
much.
45 features have been done.
Okay, I would like to add something. So we have clubbed some similar features or features that are very close to each other. But the whole categorizing thing, like document tools and image tools, we thought of doing it, but as I said, we are also focusing on aesthetics now. So it didn't look that appealing, and it also increased the number of clicks you have to perform to get to a feature. So we have clubbed some of our features. As Aryan mentioned, we have clubbed almost 45% of our features. So you'll get like not categories, subcategories, I would say, but you'll see when it comes.
Thank you so much.
For example, just a small example I can give. For example, we have scene description and image reader. Okay, so we have clubbed it to the image analyzer, so it can perform both the tasks together in a single thing. So that's only that far I can tell you. So for now, it's not in the public beta. That's why. But yeah, we have done like this. So we have clubbed lots of features like this, and we have also added some new views so that you will not have to scroll multiple times to get into the feature, and as well as we have the sorting facilities to you available to you as well, so you can move up, down, top, bottom, up, down, so you can change the position of that feature as well. And you can if you like, just a quick tip, if you don't know, you can just in the current version as well, you can change the position of the feature as well.
Thank you so much.
My main objective of using Tech Freedom is to read various documents, and I am completely amazed. One of the applications, it's basically fetching all kinds of formats, typical formats that we get in a document. So it's very better experience while reading something. So are you guys working on similar of that? If you are working, then yeah, I'm happy to subscribe.
Do you mean the markup elements?
Sorry?
Do you mean the markup elements like headings and
Yeah, of course, heading and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So just I would say just wait for TF5 then. If you are waiting for this particular thing, then wait for TF5.
Yeah, of course, I've been dying for this feature. And just actually, could you also tell us about this? The practicality of the thing is that the developer is, despite paying, despite taking money for the application, the app I'm amazed by, we are bounded with a limited amount of files. So, I mean, what's the practicality of this thing? If
See,
you
I can
guys,
see, first thing first, I can't comment on other developers, those who are working for the visual
no,
impact community.
I'm not want you to talk. I mean, on other works. I just want to make the thing clarified that let's say you have implemented some of the AI APIs and stuff like that, and of course you have to pay them as well. But let's say you have something like, if someone is scrolling through the document and suddenly an image appears, then we would have a great description that this is the cover of the book and this has an something blah blah blah. So if let's say someone is using that great feature, despite subscribing to that to the application, I mean, is it practical to bound with certain amounts of files?
See, what you are telling, I'm not the I'm not the right person to answer that thing. But see, every developer has its own thinking and own way to develop things, and we must because see, application is their private entity, so we must respect their restrictions or what they are providing. Because everyone, when we are in the tech freedom, when we develop something, we took advice from lots of people. Okay, but end of the day, decision is ours. So it's like that. So you will have to respect all the developers. The simplest thing is that if you like their efforts, or if you like that their things or way of doing, you just have to stick with that. Because as a developer, I can feel that pain of developers, because lots of people are arguing about the pricing of such applications and other things of such applications. So I must say, I can feel the pain. Okay, despite in the same industry, we may be the rivals, there may be the rivalries, but I can just feel their pains, because it's too much costly out there, and these technologies are not that much cheaper or that much easier to host. So you'll have to respect all the developers and their requirements. That's simplest thing which I can say to you.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much. Jonathan, are you with us?
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us about your project. And so
Okay, long story short is Harvard did something called iX-ray with Meta glasses, and it was able to identify anyone using their technology. And I'm trying to figure out a way to work with them, or get their code, or just copy their code, or develop my own code that can do what those glasses do, and just identifying people. And I have it set up at the framework where you can use it with a group called change.org, for example, where you could identify people within that group. Like, say you're at a protest and you want to identify people that are friendly. You can say, okay, these are identifiable people that I can trust. So that's where I'm at. It's something new. And I'll keep it short. That's where I'm at.
Okay. So that's in a nutshell. This is a project that is aimed at helping blind people to, maybe you're out walking around, and maybe I've seen instances that some of my friends would try to see if I know who it is, by tapping me on the shoulder or whatever. And sometimes they will say something, and maybe I haven't seen them in a while, and I'm trying to figure out who they are. I mean, it happens in stores and things of that nature. So the whole idea is to be able to, once you interacted with this person, for example, then you could have them maybe like in my database, so that anytime I run into them on the street, and maybe they haven't seen me, but if my phone sees them, I know, oh, there's Dan down there, or something like that. And so I can see its usefulness. And I've been in embarrassing situations where I've forgotten the voice of the person, and they are so excited to see me, and yet I don't remember where I met them. So I can see how the thing will come in handy. Yeah, so that's what your project is. So are you thinking, though, if this thing gets footing, is it going to be coming on as an app, or is it going to be something that will just be used over a web browser portal, for example?
I believe however Harvard did it, I'm hoping it can be an Android. The way I'm looking at it and the way the data looks, it's an Android app.
Welcome to the Spotlight segment. This is a segment dedicated to interviews with developers or interesting happenings in the world of Android. And now for this week's episode, here's your Spotlight. With the introduction of our developers over, we now move to the Q&As. We've asked some questions to the Tech Freedom guys because it's kind of late out there, so they needed to go. Now, this is Q&A session for the remaining developers that we have. So Mackenzie, you've raised your hand. Which developer do you have a question for?
So I had a few questions for Dave Craig at the Scottish Tech Army, if he's still here.
Yep, I'm here.
This is mainly regarding TTS engines on the soundscape, right? So as you have stated earlier, you were having the app was having issues with certain TTS engines that are not on the Play Store. But very soon, whoops, nope, I did not mean to freeze my hand again. Whoops. So as you may or may not know from the last couple of episodes, the new Blast Bay TTS is going to be released soon on Android. Do you think you may have issues with that one when it comes to the Play Store? I know some engines like DeckTalk, which is what I was using. Well, I switched to Google for a few minutes, but I'm probably going to switch back. I guess they were having issues. But are you and the developer and you and Philip maybe at some point planning on maybe working together to fix the issue?
So the only real issue is finding all of the engines. So it's easy to find them and test them on Play Store. Personally, I don't like putting non-Play Store things on my phone. It's there's a good reason that.
Obviously.
So, but the only one I've actually had there has been an issue is so I know quite a lot of international users use Auto TTS, which allows you. It's not a engine in itself, but it allows you to switch between other engines when the language changes, and it is missing one of the APIs that we call it, and they aren't going to support it. So that's the only one we've ever had problems with. There were some initial problems, but we've resolved them all, and I believe there aren't any problems with any of it.
So another suggestion I had is, maybe you could maybe you could have like a pop-up dialog to maybe optimize the app for the TTS engine. Have a pop-up dialog say, hey, what TTS engine are you planning to use? Are you planning on using Google TTS? Are you planning on using the Blast Bay TTS? Are you planning to use this, that, and the other?
Yeah, so you can change it in the settings. So it'll use the default one you've got configured on your phone, and then if you want to choose a different one in the settings, you can select a different audio engine, and then from there you can select.
Yeah, that's already there. One could choose whatever local TTS engine they have. So
so
that's
if you're
not an
using
issue.
Google so if you're using Google TTS on the phone, and then you plan to use Blast Bay TTS for the
we don't have Blast Bay yet, but the whole idea is that you could choose whatever local TTS engine that you have. For example, if I have Acapella or Seraplay or some other TTS engine that's already existing on your device, Vocalizer, whatever, you could choose one of those if that's what you prefer. So that is already a supported feature. So we got Raz, you have a question or?
Yes, I do. I have a question for Vladimir. First, I wanted to just say that Sync Assistant Go is truly amazing apps. It's literally probably the best application I have on my phone. I've been traveling this summer. I was traveling through Paris, London, and Amsterdam, and the application has absolutely rocked. I didn't get lost anywhere, and those are very, very big cities and complex cities. So fantastic, absolutely.
It means you are clever. Obviously means a lot.
I'm not.
Because, you know,
I would say the application is smarter than me. So,
But it's a good
But it's,
testimony, though.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so nice to hear from
the
a
thing
user.
is, the thing is that all this mechanism of navigation for the blind, and not only for the blind, is composed of different elements. One of them is an application. The second one is the maps that we can use or we can access. If the maps are not accurate, the application will not manage. You will have problems. Then there is skills of the user, and sometimes the weather. It is it's not that easy, but of course we realize that the application is very important in this situation. So it is. Warren, I didn't pay any money, for the opinion. But I'm really very, very glad, and I will tell my friends, the developers, Arek and Gregor and others, and really we receive many good opinions, but we know that there's still so much to do. But all these opinions give us really the strength to continue what we are doing, even if sometimes it is not an easy task.
Exactly, and that's why
what's the question?
I said
What's the
this is a
question?
good testimony.
yeah. So to get to the actual question, you have. By the way, I have plenty of feedback for you that I will send you by email. But one question that I wanted to ask publicly is that in multiple even for the BAU podcast, you have said that, and even today you have said that Seeing Assistant Go is a simpler application than Seeing Assistant Move, and that it doesn't have all the features of Seeing Assistant Move and so on. So I wanted to ask, because I've been traveling for years, and I have used both Seeing Assistant Move on my travels and Seeing Assistant Go, and so I wanted to ask what features are missing in the Seeing Assistant Go that Seeing Assistant Move has, because for me personally, I've been on many trips with Seeing Assistant Go, and for me it works absolutely perfectly. I was not lacking anything that Seeing Assistant Move could do better. In fact, that because Seeing Assistant Go is much more
it's easier to use,
more streamlined and efficient, then I can do more with Seeing Assistant Go than Seeing Assistant Move. I've been doing very crazy things on streets. I should send you videos sometimes. So what are the features of Seeing that are missing in Seeing Assistant Go that are included in Seeing Assistant Move?
So I'll try to be how to say it. Okay, the things that are missing are this that users need. So what you need, you tell us, and we will try to add it. But what we know and we would like to add, because we think it is needed, is the intersection description option. Then to give the possibility to monitor more than one category of points. For example, bus stops and train stations. And then what else? Many people are asking for the possibility to download the fragment offline, the maps.
Yeah.
Actually, there is an option for this, because when you go to area option, then you can set a 100-kilometer radius. So
Yeah.
when I don't know how many feet it is or miles, and then
That's fine.
download this area, and then you've got it offline. And when you want to move to another, you know that you will move to another city, to in a different country. You are afraid of roaming data. Then you can always simulate a location where you go, and then do the same, which is download 100 kilometers radius data to your device. What else?
I think that's good enough, though. I mean, like you said, if there's something that someone wants, they could.
That is the plan for the next 10 years. So
exactly.
So if I understand it correctly, like the only major feature missing from Seeing Assistant Move currently is the intersection description, right?
Intersection description and monitoring for more than one category of points.
Okay, so when are you gonna bring that in? I'm gonna hold your feet down to the fire on this one.
Which one?
The intersection.
Intersection.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm holding your feet down to the fire on this one.
Offer the man a drink first, boy.
I'll be bugging you about it till you get
Really?
this thing done.
You see. Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
It's needed, but it is not that easy task. But Gregor is working on it. So when Gregor is,
I trust you guys. I trust
but
you
but
guys.
but is
We'll
the
get it done. Yeah.
But is the intersection description something that was working reliably in the Seeing Assistant Move? Because as far as I know, I don't know if because the OpenStreetMap probably doesn't carry the information of the shape of an intersection. Like as far as I understand it, you have just drawn the roads on the map, and that then if the software wants to tell the shape of the intersection, it basically needs to do some heuristics or like some approximation.
Yeah, I don't know the details, or I might have problems to explain it in English, but on the OpenStreetMap, in some way you have to calculate the intersections, and then the another thing is to give you the information about the intersection according to the direction you are moving. So when you go from south to north, the information about the description would be different when you go from the north to the south. You understand? But this was, I mean, it has been done in Seeing Assistant Move, and it works quite good. I mean, 90% accuracy, I think, and it works better on Androids than on iPhones, because there are different people doing this, but I think that we'll manage to do it better than ever, and you know, that is our problem, that sometimes we want to do something which would be best on the world, and it takes time, you know, and it takes time.
Fantastic, 90%. I'll take that and run away with it. Man, 90% is much better
No,
than
yeah,
a lot
that's
of
good. That's
people
good.
disagree.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty
great.
good.
That's great. I like the way of thinking. I mean, on this way of thinking, because many people complain, oh, the application didn't tell me once that I should turn here or there. I'm saying, but 99.
Well, ask them how many people you ask about the direction and tell me if they would give you 90% accuracy.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
In real life, we could get like
Exactly.
60,
Mhm.
70 maybe, 50,
Mhm.
50.
Valid
But
point,
90%, wow,
Iris.
Yeah,
that's,
but
I
Valid point.
appreciate that big time.
what
And keep up the great work.
what we realize also is that the quality of the maps are not accurate enough especially for pedestrians. For cars, you know, the streets are bigger objects, and there are being mapped much better than, you know, paths for the pedestrians.
That makes sense.
And then when you draw badly the paths, then the engine that calculates the routes, it doesn't work. I mean, the engine can't calculate you a proper route. But there are some tricks. I mean, what I'm always saying, that you less rely on the communicates that application is giving you, like turn right, left, go ahead, things like that. You more concentrate on pointing the point on the street. I mean, you put your smartphone flat. With the screen up to sky, and then when you move it around, the vibration will show you the direction to the next points of the route, and
that's one of the best features.
That is the most accurate way of moving. I realize that, you know, holding in one hand a cane, in another a smartphone, it is not that easy and comfortable.
No.
But you don't have to hold it all the time. You can, you know, hold your smartphone in the pocket and then hold it in your, then take it, you know, from time to time and check
recalibrate. Yeah.
Where you go. And you I mean, that is the best way, and according to that the maps are not accurate. That's accurate. That sometimes the GPS localization is bad. That application need to know the direction you are moving, and sometimes people are going too slowly and the GPS can't really calculate the direction of in which you are moving. So there's so many factors that have to be done. That then the pedestrian navigation is not easy, but
Absolutely.
it is possible, as some people are saying here.
Yeah, and the personal awareness as well is a big factor in this. And
yes, and you have to know.
Yeah. Itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it is the applications for navigation for the blind, and even for the sighted people. I can see also, they are not like, you know, you take it out of the pocket and you go. You have to know quite a lot about how the world of how the maps are being done and what can surprise you, what can go wrong. You have to be aware. And you have to, of course, you can't stop thinking, can't stop being concentrated. You can't trust this application 100%. It is just an aid that
just an approximation. That's what it is.
That is something that should help you. But as Rastislav said, you can go all over the world, almost on many places on the world, and find the way. Sometimes, you might walk 10 kilometers in 3 days, but who cares?
So we have Eva Stapa.
Can you speak Polish, Eva? Because I've heard that you can speak 4 languages. So
yeah, I also
Polish.
speak Polish. I could definitely ask my question in Polish, but then I'm afraid, apart from the two of us, no one else will understand.
Okay.
When I look for navigation options, there is only the option to walk, use a bicycle, drive, or take a taxi, but no public transport. I mean, I'm blind. I definitely don't drive or go on a bicycle, and I don't have money to spend on a taxi in a big city where I live. But I'd love public transport. Other navigation apps for the blind are offering this. Why doesn't Seeing Assistant Move and Go do so?
It depends what you mean telling about public transport.
Like subway, subway, bus, tram, train.
So you've got I haven't heard about any application, any other application for the blind that supports public transport in a way that you get on the bus number 155, and then the application will tell you each stop of the bus. It doesn't work like this, because for this you have to have databases of each city on the world, of each bus and its route, and all its stops, and it is being updated every day sometimes. So you can do this for 1 city, 2 cities, or like that. So that's why you have very few applications that cover the public transportation in different cities. You've got Google Maps, you've got Apple Maps, you've got Moovit, and I don't know about any other applications that can do this, multi-city. Then you've got applications. Each city has its own application. But what you can do in our application is when you get on a bus, tram, you can turn on monitoring of bus and tram stops, which is 1 category of points, and then the application will tell you which bus stop is ahead of you. Or when you get when you are in 50 meters radius of the bus stop, then the application will tell you the name of the bus stop, and that is all that we can do, because we don't have the data from every city on the world that will group and that will tell us the route of each number of the bus or tram.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't mean in real time. I just when I'm sitting at home and I'm planning to go to a different city and I want to know how to get there. I don't want to know which motorway to use. I want to know which train, for example, and other applications show me, well, first take the train A to this station and then take subway 16 to there, and that would be a great help to know already.
But this is totally different type of the application. That you can do with the Google Maps.
Yeah, but I can do that with other applications for the blind as well. But it tells me take this train and then from that station take subway number 5 to this station, and that's what I want to know in the beginning.
Okay, I think that I ask you to write to us, write me an email, and we can talk because I don't know about.
I think that makes sense because
that would be for free, you know.
Yeah.
Probably we buy a solution like this, but from that moment, somebody should pay for that. But our applications are for free.
So Eva, reach out
If I could interject just for a second, just for a traveler's recommendation, a Citymapper is a very, very good application for this. They have a business around collecting the data about public transport. They are very popular among sighted people. They have very up-to-date data. So if you're moving in cities, I definitely recommend Citymapper.
And is it accessible? Is it accessible?
It is.
Great,
It is. You just enter the target location, and it will tell you exactly what you need.
What you are talking about.
Okay, I can tell you one.
For long range travel, like when you need to move to another city or country, then you have a Trainline website, trainline.eu website for trains, which will suggest you the most efficient way using long distance trains and buses. And then there is Skyscanner website, which will do the same but with flights. Yeah.
Well, for trains we have DB Navigator, the navigation app from the German railway company.
You see, every company, almost each of the company has its own application, and there are very few that are, you know, for more than one company or city. It is a very difficult task because, you know, there are different formats of the data that cities are giving. There are so many problems, you know, with this that it is not a job for a team of 4 or 5 blind people.
Karin.
I want first to thank you all developers for being with us. Actually, 2 hours have passed, and this is a long time. I'm sorry for that, and thank you again for being with us. And I want to ask Martin, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I want to ask you about the WhatsApp feature that you have added, the ability to describe videos through WhatsApp. What are the limitations? And if I'm a paid user, do I get something more than the free users? This is my first question. And the second one is related to the point that you were talking about, or actually you were talking about when Tech Freedom guys were with us. You were talking about the advertisement stuff. So do you display advertisements in your app for free users? So what about the costs? How are you covering the costs for the free users? Are there any advertisements, or it's just only limitations to how much videos they can describe?
Yeah, well, first of all, the WhatsApp. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's limited by Meta itself for how many minutes you can you can send over what's the size of the descriptions. But you can send parts of the video, small videos and images to WhatsApp, and you will get a description. The only problem though is since last week, Meta seems to have want to cancel these type of access by other outside companies like OpenAI, and I expect we may also come into their crosshairs. That they want to have everybody to use Meta AI and not through PickyBot use basically any AI around. So I'm not sure how the WhatsApp future is looking for PickyBot. But actually, another thing though for Meta is that they have opened up the API for their glasses directly. So that is a bit into what Jonathan Gibbs was saying. There are possibilities now to start accessing the glasses. So that was another reason why we wanted to do WhatsApp, because we wanted to basically use the glasses indirectly using WhatsApp. And now about the ads on PickyBot for free users. Yeah, we do the same thing as what almost everybody else is doing. We put ads to cover the cost of the APIs. And we do subscriptions, but there is no limitation for the free users apart from the fact that they get to choose only one API and only one voice, and it is in that sense a bit limited, but it does work fully. Again, honestly, the main I can't really say that the Android apps are very lucrative for me. It's really I maybe I'm cursing, but it's mainly the European iOS users who are footing the bill for everything. It is because it's very hard to break even with the Android advertisements and subscriptions. Everything helps, of course. So
Wonderful.
hope that.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey, so this is for the Soundscape. Quick question for you. I was going to ask another, but I'll just narrow this down for time's sake. So, for example, for another defunct app, sadly, when traveling, let's say I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts, yummy, and is there going to be eventually a feature where it starts vibrating, saying you're 300 feet by 500 feet of 300, 400 feet? Honestly, when you're in an open parking lot, that was very, very, very helpful. I'm here in Florida and the central side, so mentioned Nearby Explorer, I'll leave that alone. So with that said, they kind of gave me that. So I was wondering, is that going to be added eventually, or is that possible? Or is it too tall of an order?
No, yeah. So at the moment, I can't remember if it's in the latest release, but if you set a beacon on a location that you're heading to, it does two things. One, it plays the sound from in the direction of where that thing is, and the other thing is it does update you regularly how far you are away. Now, with the latest changes, it'll, if you're going on a long train journey, you can set the location as your final train destination 200 miles away, and it'll update you every 10 miles. And then as you get closer, it becomes more regular. Now, I'm not sure. I think it's maybe it's probably limited to every minute at most at the moment, how regular it does it. But it's easy for us to add or to adapt. that's definitely something which, we took the logic from the original Soundscape app, and I think we're learning quite a lot about what works there and what doesn't. So we can definitely add that and improve it.
And the last question: when a person gets really close to, and I'll still use Dunkin' Donuts.
You can tell that boy likes his
donuts.
In the UK, I use Greg.
No, that's
Greg's
my
is
boy.
always my example. Greg's is the Dunkin' Donuts of the UK.
Amen. So with that said, let's say you get like 10, 20 feet, right? Well, is it there? Admittedly, I haven't got to travel much, but recently, will the haptic feedback is what I should be saying, increase like the intensity again, based on my questions off of the defunct app? It would be nice to have. It did that.
So currently the beacon gets slightly louder. So we don't actually have in current Soundscape Android, there's no haptic feedback. Now, one of the reasons for that was we hadn't quite figured out how to. It's relatively hard to make the phone buzz when it's locked and in your pocket, but it is possible. So we can do that. I think so. It doesn't do what you said at the moment. We can make it so it will do that. There is a problem. I mean, Soundscape is designed to get you within, say, 30, 40 feet. So it does depend on, GPS accuracy and all that sort of thing. So it's more than that. That's not something the application will do.
Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate your time.
No problem.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, Craig. And I've been meaning to ask you for a while, but I keep forgetting. In my gripe, I hardly have gripes, but now and then I have one, and I'm kind of stuck on it. Now, here's what I'm kind of having some problem with. For example, I'm going to use my little town here. I'm going down on Maxey Avenue, heading west. And then, maybe North Isla or Isla Street is coming up. I want to hear, continue on Maxey, but don't tell me Maxey ahead. To me, ahead is Isla Street, which is a cross street that is coming up. So I kind of find it rather strange that it will say Maxey ahead when I'm already walking along Maxey.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's purely a language thing that came. That was definitely from the iOS version where that's how they were describing it. Because I remember you reported that before, and I went to it, and I couldn't understand what you meant. But now you've said it,
yeah,
I understand what you mean. I think so. All of the descriptions for intersections are when it says ahead, it's meaning if you continue on in the direction you're going. Because so in the UK, for instance, the roads change names quite a lot. So in Moxie, maybe you're going down East Seattle Drive. I'm just trying to remember the names of the streets that I've seen on OpenStreetMap.
Yeah, well, we got East Seattle. But so what I'm saying, for example, if I'm walking straight on Maxey and I don't want to hear, or say, or could say you are still on Maxey or something like that, or walking alongside. But Isla is coming up. That's the one that's ahead of me, but I'm already on Maxey, so it's not ahead. So I think that language is not correct.
Yeah, I think that's fine. So I understand your point now. So I'll take a look at that.
Thank you. We got Dan and Steve. So Dan, after you, then Steve.
Yeah, just two quick questions. Well, actually, a comment on the Touch Pulse Navi. When trying to sign up for the beta, I was using Chrome on Google Pixel, and when I went to choose the country code for the phone number, it takes you into a dialog box that's not, and I'm just using the standard TalkBack. I was not able to choose the US, which is where I'm at. So if you could look at that beta sign up form for that choosing the phone number area.
Yeah, we noticed that. I think it was the day before yesterday because we did a revamp of the whole site, and then I don't know why, but somehow kind of the country code selection form was just bugged out.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm gonna
is.
just remove it and just allow people basically to enter the country code themselves.
That would be
Okay.
perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Second
Good.
question, Dan.
Yeah. It was for PickyBot. After you take the picture and it comes back and it's reading off the response, and I've chosen the different you call them personalities, I guess maybe, but they all seem to include the directives, meaning like pauses, and it reads out that word pauses still, even though that's, I think, a directive to tell the TTS to pause itself, to like make it more natural. So directives like that are being read out as it's reading the description.
Okay, it shouldn't do that. Dus, I'll let me check that. Good point. Dus, yeah, it doesn't. Well, definitely doesn't do that for iOS. But I'll make sure that it's properly does it on Android as well. Dus,
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Steve, you got a question?
I do, and I'll make this really quick. I do want to say though, I understand your frustration with the ahead thing. That confused me as well until I moved to a place where the street changes its name for reasons unknown to anybody. But you go through an intersection, you stay on the same street, you're going straight ahead, but the name of the street changes randomly, or it seems randomly stupid. Anyway, and I think that's why the ahead thing is like that, because the street you're on can change names even if you're walking straight. And
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense because we do have those streets here. For example,
In
if
big
I'm
cities,
going
yes.
if
Lot
I'm
of
going
those.
on Highway 24 and I'm going east on actually going west on Highway 24, as I get to Yakima, that changes to Nob Hill. So that's I don't have a problem with that because I would like it to let me know that I have now transitioned. I was working on Highway 24, and now it has become Highway. Nob Hill Boulevard. But the one I'm talking about is the one that the street has not changed its name, but it's telling me that street is ahead. That's very confusing.
yeah, it is. I used to drive me nuts with Soundscape too. The question I had though, and I'm not a developer, so this may be ridiculous and not possible at all, but there of course is Voice Vista on iOS, and I know they're making a lot of progress also starting from the same Soundscape stuff that was released. Are there ways to collaborate? And I know you guys may want to do features differently than the Voice Vista folks, but is there any way to collaborate? Would that be helpful? Is the code different enough that that's not doable?
So the Soundscape on Android code is totally new, and it's got a different, I'll call it an engine underneath. So Voice Vista, I believe, is based on the original Microsoft open sourced iOS code. So our code is all open source, so anyone can take it or contribute to it. So there are definitely ways to work together. Certainly, I'm always interested in features that certainly on Voice Vista, which is only on iOS, and unless it's unlikely for them to do it on Android, which is why we've done an Android version. If there's things that improve there that are easy for us to add, then I'm always interested in those. We've got a platform that one of the things we worked on is building a platform, so we're at the point where the geography stuff and the audio stuff is all done, and it's the bit that everyone sees, which is like the descriptions of directions and filtering of what gets called out and all that sort of thing. That's actually relatively easy to implement now. So we're kind of working on making it, do what the users want, basically.
Awesome.
I do want to mention this, that, we've kind of reached out to the guys at Voice Vista, but they're not interested in Android. And as far as I'm concerned, I think kudos to you guys from the Scottish Tech Army, because you guys have not only done this for Android, but also done it for iOS as well. So I think for me, the greatest developers are you guys, because you're able to take that challenge on both sides. But the people that are afraid of doing that, well, you can stay where you are. My friends say I'm shameless, and I don't, I always say that straight as it is. And so if you're a developer for the blind and you think you can do for the others platform and all of that, stay where you are. We don't need you. That's me. That's my opinion, though.
It won't affect them if they're like always been iOS users and iOS developers since the beginning. They have every right to develop it only for iOS, because if they came to Android and start developing for it and they're brand new Android users, they would create a big mess instead of develop a thing. So I'd rather, yeah. So kudos for the guys from Cosmic. I love what the guys doing for Android and keeping it open sourced. That's like even more thrilling, and I appreciate that big time. I'm like, I go out like at least 4 times a week, and I always explore the final app that I can use always. So I'm using like most of them or all of them or 2 or 3 of them at the time. So it's like kind of crazy.
Guys, you have to remember one thing. Developing one application for both systems is almost twice as much work, and of course twice as much money. So sometimes I wouldn't blame this, that this companies that are not doing things for both platforms. I rather appreciate doing something even for one. Because I really know we are developing applications for, I don't know, 15 years. And we know how hard it is and what problems are with Android, what problems are with iOS. And it is always like this, that if there is a developer who likes more Android, he is always blaming on iOS and the other way round. And for us, I mean, what we have done this time, we choose a platform in which we can do, and we are doing the Seeing Assistant Go for both platforms, at the same time. But this platform is it has its own limitations, because there are not native platforms for Android and iOS, and there's always problems and time and money and time and problems and things like that.
Follow the money. That's what I'm hearing, right? Follow the money. Yeah. So it makes sense to me. But yeah, frankly, like I said, though, I'm appreciative of people that go out of their comfort zone. And I mean, because when you have a lot of people, blind people especially, and I'm talking about these blindness related apps, for example, and you got people there and they're asking for it, and they kind of like just tone deaf to what is going on and just kind of maybe not paying attention. Or at least I wouldn't mind it if someone tells me, hey, you know what, we don't plan on doing that or whatever, but just ignoring people, sometimes that is not cool. And so so that's my gripe about developers that do that. And if you're a developer and you do that kind of habit, shame on you twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so one of the big advantages we have is that, you know, we are all volunteers, so the only money cost is servers, and because we've designed from scratch to make that incredibly cheap, it's you know, there is no cost for us other than our time. Now, one of the interesting things about the app usage is the countries that it's being used in. So obviously, Android is 95% of the Indian market.
Wow,
we actually
that's no. I'm surprised yet I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So I mean, the places, you know, we're in beta. We're not really advertising for users, but we had a sudden spike about 3 weeks ago in Iran, and we have 300 users, and they're by far the most active users, and it's probably because the app's free, and so they can access it on the Play Store. And you know, there's all sorts of sanction issues and so on. So it's awesome to see people in countries where maybe they don't have access to all of the apps or all of the platforms. And then South America as well. Suddenly, a couple of weeks ago, there must be a South American blind podcast somewhere, but suddenly we've got lots of users in Colombia, Venezuela, Peru. So it's, you know, not everywhere has iPhones, but because we are, you know, not costing anything, and it's done by volunteers. It's you know, we can make it available in those countries easily.
Let me ask you this question: is it translated to Arabic yet or not? I'm sorry, I because my phone interface is in English.
Yeah, it's we've got Arabic and Farsi. So since we went into beta test, we added. So Polish isn't in there yet, but
that's great news, because I'm going to drop it on one of the biggest Arabic language Facebook groups for blinds, and it has like thousands of active users, and hopefully you get another boost for it.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure.
So
put it on there, my man. Put it on there.
I will.
So I know a lot of Arabic users were asking for the offline map support, so that'll probably be about 3 weeks away.
That would be great, because I'm currently residing in Algeria.
Okay.
And and I fully appreciate all of the open source development community. A step ahead of other type of development. I appreciate all and everything, but open source is pretty dear and close to my heart more than anything else.
You are the open source guy. I know.
Yeah.
You are big.
First thing I do to my phones is rooting them and start using open source side-loaded stuff on it, like immediately.
Oh, brother.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I am. I truly appreciate this day's event. It was great. Probably one of the best events we've ever encountered.
It is,
because there were like a great group of developers, and especially the open source apps developers. Sorry, other guys, because you know that's what it is. Open source is open source. That's the best a person can do.
Well, thank you so much, guys. I know I was going to have us talk about phones, but we've been here for long enough. And I do want to thank everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's been just absolutely beautiful. And I want to thank all of you for coming on. And so our next one is going to be sometime in the new year. And please, I would like for you guys to come again. We do this 4 times a year. So Craig, Dave, thank you so much. Martijn, thank you so much. Liam, I'm looking forward to that stuff, and be sure to make sure that blind users are part of the early testers of that app, or else I'll be fighting with you.
Absolutely.
But seriously, I'm thankful to all of you guys. And like I said, I look forward to the day that maybe you guys, you know, all of you that develop things for us, the blind, would kind of collaborate on something and bring out something monumental. All good things must end. Thus, it's curtain drawing time, bringing us to the close of this week's episode. Coming up, though, we give you information on how to get hold of us. And thank you so much. And we just want to say goodbye, guys, and then we'll stop the recording, and people that want to continue to talk about something could just continue to conversate about it. But we want to give you information on how you can contact us. And here's John to give you that information on how to contact us.
To contact us, simply send an email to contactus@blindandroidusers.com. If you'd prefer, you can leave a voicemail by calling +1 307 202 9797. You can join our mailing list by sending a blank email to blindandroidusers+subscribe@groups.io. You can join our Facebook and Telegram groups or subscribe to our YouTube channel using the links in the podcast show notes or YouTube video description. And you can find all of this information and more at our website, blindandroidusers.com.
Thank you so much, John. And with that, we come to the end of this week's episode. Again, we look forward to seeing you guys next time. From me, I want to say goodbye, and you guys could say your goodbyes as well, but we'll leave it open for anyone that wants to keep talking.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Blind Android Users Podcast. Until we see you next week, don't forget to leave us your comments and suggestions via our email contact or using any of our social media sites. Have a great week.